Right, so we've gone through Cheshire. What took you into Wales then, Jack?
Well, I got married, simple as that.
No.
I married a Welsh girl.
Oh, right.
And, yeah, I mean, I enjoyed my time in Cheshire, it was a great time. I had some good times there.
Yeah.
But Wales have done pretty good, I became the manager after I'd finished playing. I was the manager for 6 years, and the problem has always been with some of the Welsh lads. They were never able to get out in good class tournaments, because it's just the distances were too great. And they didn't get the full experience. There's people like John Bailey now, a very experienced player, because he's played in the tournaments. But just at that particular time, it was a difficult period. But I tried to build up a very young side, and I think in the second year I was manager, we had the youngest team of all the county teams. And we did reach the semi-final. We got beat with Warwick and Worcester, I think, at that time.
Yeah. Was it you as manager who actually brought John Bailey into the side?
Yes, I did, yes. John had been playing for the juniors, and he was obviously a good prospect. I think he played when he was 16,
yeah.
And he's been there ever since.
Yeah.
But one of the best prospects I ever saw at Crown Green Bowling was a lad who, he's not in this country now, he's in Germany, a lad named Nicky Jones. He was a tremendous player, and it was a great pity that he left this country.
Yeah. Well, we're going to mention the county game in a moment, Jack. But first of all, I must mention 1979. That was a special year for you, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
79, yes. Well, I won the Welsh Merit, and I beat a guy called Wyn Williams in the final. And then I went on to win the Crown King a few weeks after. And the week after that, I won the All England. And believe it or not, I played the same guy in the final, Wyn Williams.
Oh.
So to get two Welsh players in the final was quite special.
Yeah.
And the odds against that were tremendous. But I remember I was made favourite at 4-1, which was pretty short odds, for the All England, was 64, isn't it?
Yeah.
But there was a guy, I'll not mention his name, he backed me to win the Crown King the week before. And every round in the All England, he'd back me again throughout the tournament.
Yeah.
And he made 18,000, this fellow.
Oh.
And that's a lot of money going back then,
in
79.
79, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in it myself that day because it was Rolls Royce, wasn't it?
Yes, that's right, Wyn Nelson, yeah.
In Derby, and that was a super venue, wasn't it?
Yes, it was, yeah. Wyn Wilson was his name, of course, and
Yeah,
he was in the
yeah.
final. Rolls Royce was a good venue, two terrific greens, and I think it's the first time they'd ever done a video of it. I've still got a video of that game.
Yeah.
Some guys from Rolls Royce did it,
Yeah.
yes.
Yeah. You must have had some very happy memories that day of that.
Yes, it was, because Wyn had beaten one or two crack players, including Roy Nicholson, and I'd beaten Alan Thompson, and then I'd played a fellow named Johnson in the semi-final, so yes, it was a good day, very good day.
Was it? I mean, I might be wrong. You can tell me right, but was it on that day where you won the Welsh Merit but represented Cheshire or something like it?
Yes, that was a funny setup because when I moved into Wales, I was still playing for Cheshire, and I'm not quite sure whether I played for Cheshire that year, but at the presentations, which every county has, at the end of the year, I was invited to go along to Cheshire as an All England winner. I wasn't invited to go to the Welsh. So, yes, I was still really a Cheshire player, but I was playing in Wales.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's allowed now.
No, I don't think it is it?
No. The only one that, as far as I remember back now, Roger Morgan, who moved from Wales to Manchester.
Yeah.
And Roger doesn't play in the Welsh Merit, of course, I don't think, anyway.
No. I mean, you obviously, through your career, you entered all the big events, Jack.
Yes, the ones I regret that I couldn't enter because, I was in the teaching profession and they always clash with the final days were things like the Isle of Man, which I couldn't go to, and the Waterloo, which was, of course, that was at the back end of September and I was back at school, so I couldn't really enter those.
No. So you never played in the Waterloo then, Jack?
Well, I played in it. I played in the Spring Waterloo. I got beat in the semi-final the year. Forgot who won it now, to be honest. But Ken Strutt. Ken Strutt won it. He beat me in the semi-final.
Obviously, you've mentioned the Crown King and the All England. I mean,
Yeah.
what other things sort of fill you with pride that you won?
Well, they were hard tournaments to win, obviously, because they were national tournaments. But some of the toughest tournaments I regarded were things like Patricroft, 41 up, where the best 64 players were invited, you know. And I've won that twice. And I won the 2 competitions in Stoke-on-Trent, which were quite big around that time. That was Milton Rec, which was a 31 up. I remember in the last state I played Glenn Cookson, Arthur Murray, and I played Dennis Mercer in the final. And then I beat 2 local guys the year after in the Milton Rec as well. Then I won the Knipersley twice at Stoke-on-Trent. I seem to have won quite a few tournaments twice, but never 3 times, Mel.
Yeah, I mean, I went to the Milton one because you beat me dad the one year you won it.
Oh, did I? Oh,
yeah.
I forgot.
That was semi-final, final. I remember being there that day.
Yeah. But I've won 2 Welsh merits, and I won the Cheshire merit as well.
I mean, in that time, in the, sort of the 70s and 80s, I mean, the game was obviously very popular.
And it's a pity that the game has gone down, because I think that was the time, the late 70s, early 80s, when it was probably at the top. And it's a pity they hadn't got any sort of promotional guys to push the game on, you know, and people who were head of the British Crown Green then should have done something, and they never did. I think that's a great pity.
I think Eddie Elson did a tremendous job at the time, didn't he?
Eddie Elson was a fabulous guy. I think he did a lot for bowls. He was a great secretary, and he was always great with the players as well. You know, the players held Eddie in high regard. Yeah, he was a great guy.
And say at that time there were several events on the television, and I mean Eddie was really the guy responsible for.
Yes, he was. That's right.
Sorting all those out. I mean, we had Ron Alt on an earlier programme, and Ron said exactly the same as you, Jack. That the game is perhaps lacking someone on the promotional side, really, to push it forward at the moment, isn't it? You know. I mean, we had last year, just change the subject slightly. Noel Burrows was on one programme, and you've heard of him, haven't you? And
just a few times.
We were talking to him about the comparison between Crown and Flat, because Noel obviously had a tremendous career on the Flat.
Yeah.
But yourself, I mean, you seem to be able to play anything, don't we? I mean, we've got you recently won a flat green tournament, I saw, didn't you?
Yeah, we won the national triples down in Swansea. That was in April. That was good, you know. I've got a high regard for the flat green game, you know.
Yeah.
I know it is an easier game than Crown Green. That's been proven time and time again.
Yeah.
But some of the bowling is really terrific on the flat green as well, and it's something I enjoy. And I've won the pairs as well. I think it was about 4 years ago.
Yeah. Have you represented Wales on the flat, Jack?
No, I haven't. They never seem to pick North Walians.
Oh right.
That's a sore point because I played in some trials the end of April, and nobody's picked from North Wales. You know, it's basically a South Walian game, it seems.
Yeah.
Yeah. Shame, but there we are.